Hello there, crafty friends. It's Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a quick set of note cards that were inspired by a recent haul I did at Dollar Tree. I hope you'll stick around and see what I made. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I'm very excited for the project that I'm going to be sharing. If I ever do a haul on this channel, there's a good 50-50 chance that it was inspired by my mom wanting me to go out shopping. Whether it's Michael's grab boxes, or in today's case, the new plates and kitchen accessories from the Dollar Tree in the lemon theme. She found some at her local Dollar Tree, but they didn't have everything in, and she asked me to look for some here. And I have to say, it's some pretty cute stuff. I'll show you a picture here of our display. So you can see they have plates, bowls, cups, placemats, towels, pot holders, all with that same theme. My mom really liked the lemon. She thought it was bright and cheery for summer, so I thought when I meet her in a couple weeks to hand off the goods that I will make her some note cards to use. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. So yesterday when I was at Hobby Lobby picking up some paper for a different project, which I will be sharing soon, I saw that they had lemon paper, and I thought that would be great to make my mom some cards. So I picked up a couple pieces of that in 8.5 by 11 and then 2 cardstocks that I thought would go well with it. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other tools and products I'll be using. Besides the standard paper crafting tools like cutters and adhesive, these are what I will be using today to create my cards. I just recently got the Hero Arts Infinity dies, and the biggest one is the size of an A2 card, and then they go down in increments to a very small one. And the technique I'm going to do today, I can't just cut rectangles. Normally I would just cut them with my trimmer, but I do need dies to do that with. So I chose the 5th from the largest for this. For my sentiment, I'll be using the Just a Note stamp, and this is a Ms. Sparkle and Company set from Joann's. To add, speaking of sparkle a little bit more, I did pull out some enamel dots. And then I might also later, I haven't decided yet what ink color I want to use, so I'll pull out an ink later and maybe some embossing powder, but I'm not 100% right now. I really want the lemons to be the star of this card, so really besides the sentiment and a small mat, that's all I'm going to put on the card front. So I will cut each of my 2 papers down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, just straight in quarters. The next step is going to be to cut a window in the center of each of these pattern paper pieces. So I will just kind of eyeball center. And this is just a piece of Scotch removable tape. And now I do want to make sure that I keep this frame and this inner piece together, just so later on when they fit back on the card, the pattern lands at the right spot. I'll go ahead and do that with the rest of my pattern pieces. I have all of my pattern papers now die cut and cross stacked. For the mat on this inner piece, I could use the next die up and die cut the rectangles for that. But since this is just a straight rectangle and it's not inside anything, I will just use my trimmer for the next step. The inner piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So I'm going to cut each of these cardstocks into 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and that's just going to give me a nice little border on there. The next part is super simple. I'll be matting the inner piece of pattern paper onto my cardstock mats. And again, I want to make sure that I keep the correct outside with the inside piece. Now that all of my inner pieces have been matted on the cardstock, it's time to go ahead and put the main part of the card together. What I will be doing is adhering the frame right flat down on the card base, which I made 8 top fold A2 cards off camera. Just cut a piece of white cardstock in half and then folded it in half. And now I'm going to be using foam tape squares from the Dollar Tree to pop my centerpiece just right in the middle there. Now you will want to make sure that you have your inner piece in there correctly, just so the pattern flows from the top layer down to the background. And there is the main card all done. Super simple, super easy, and didn't take much paper. I'm going to try the opposite this time. I'm going to put the adhesive on the card front. My cards are almost completely ready to go. All I need to do is add the sentiment. Off camera, I cut my scraps of green and yellow cardstock to 1 inch by 3 inch rectangles. I also pulled out 2 embossing powders. I have the Stampendous Pirate Gold, and then I have the Recollections Detail embossing powder in Snow. Like I mentioned earlier, I'll be using the Versamark ink to stamp my Just a Note sentiment. Before I do any of the stamping though, I am going to use my embossing buddy on each of these pieces. Because the cardstock is textured, sometimes the powder likes to get stuck in there. And now I will switch to my Pirate Gold. I just liked the way the gold looked with the branches on the lemons, and I didn't think the white embossing powder would stand out enough. I have now put embossing powder on all 8 of my sentiments, so I'm going to use my embossing gun to turn the powder to the final kind of enamel look. I don't know about you, but this is one of my favorite parts of creating a card. Finishing these off is going to be super simple. All I'm going to do is place one of the sentiments on the card with the same color border. And just like that, I have 8 quick and easy note cards that were inspired by something that I saw at the Dollar Tree. If you enjoyed this video today, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. As always, thank you for watching my video. If you are new to my channel and would like to know when I upload more videos, I hope you'll hit subscribe below and click on the bell. If you're already a regular viewer and subscriber, thank you so much for stopping back by again. Until my next video, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye.